Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be watching This Is Why Richard Mille watches are so expensive. I was looking at a video about the T-Star Bomba watches and how they were created and what kind of made the design go the way it did. Just as that, this video has popped up. So I've just kind of pulled this to another tab and I'm going to do a blind reaction because I feel like this is one of them computerized speaking people, but without further ado, let's get into it. 'Cause I just want to see kind of how strange that was considering I've just been looking at the T-Stars and this video has popped up.
Whenever we think of wristwatches, names like Rolex and Tag Heuer instantly pop into our minds. These luxury watchmakers have earned a reputation for themselves and almost everyone knows about them. There is another name that has become popular among the elite class, Richard Mille. Some might not be familiar with this brand, however, the wealthy class is fond of their watches. Some people will only see a Richard Mille watch while browsing the internet, except those with affluent friends. Richard Mille has only been around for a couple of decades. The first watch launched by the Swiss company was in 2001. Since then, they have taken the high-end watch world by storm, all thanks to their craftsmanship and overall ingenuity. The company
I love how that guy just looked at the camera and thought, oh, I better look busy and just get back to work.
has quickly become the most exclusive brand in the game of watchmaking. While the watches are an impressive make, it's the price that is the most astonishing. So, let's get right into it.
Which is why
The
I got the
cheapest
T-Star.
watch of Richard Mille is RM005, which is going to cost you $80,000.
Wait a minute. £80,000, well, $80,000 for a Richard Mille. I thought the cheapest you can get them is over 100 grand. But keep in mind, I don't know nothing about RMs. I literally have a homage version of an RM, but I don't know nothing about them. I just love the look of them.
Is the base price if you want to enter the Richard Mille club. Starting from there, these high-end watches range over $2 million. The most popular model of Richard Mille is the Tourbillon. On average, they cost about $500,000 to $800,000. Richard Mille watches are exorbitant. If you look at the mean price of the Richard Mille catalog, you will know that it is the most expensive watch brand in the market. This brings us around today's topic as to why Richard Mille watches are so costly.
Hopefully this video can share light.
Brand, we were able to develop a few reasons that make this brand stand out from the rest. Richard Mille has become the ultimate expression of wealth in the watch industry. The reason is that these watches mostly adorn the wrists of the elite members of society. For those who wear Richard Mille's watches, a specific term has been coined for them: billionaire's handshake. By owning a Richard Mille, you are stating that you spent big money on it. It has become the highest status symbol in the watch industry, even more so for the fact that people know you spent a hefty amount for a Richard Mille and only the richest of the rich and celebrities wear them. Number 6. Marketing. While the watches are unmatchable in design, engineering, and
So I'm trying not to boast about that, but I am just praying that when it comes to me wearing mine out in public, I just hope people don't think it's an RM to the point where I sound like a douche or one of them people who like to spend money and just act like a bad person, as I should say. I hope that's not how it comes about.
The marketing of Richard Mille has also played a vital role
Does that
in
not
its
see RM
success.
dealers or something like that?
It is one of the main reasons that they can demand such high prices. Their marketing team has effectively done its job of creating a sense of exclusivity. If you have a Richard Mille, only other people like you can afford one, and those are only a handful of people. The slogan, "a racing machine on the wrist," that the team has created speaks for itself. They have often used it as an answer to the question as to why their watches are so expensive, and it has worked a great deal for them. Number 5. Rarity. It's not all marketing and strategies. Making a Richard Mille watch is intricate and time-consuming. Most of the work is done by hand, but that's not the only reason Richard Mille watches are scarce. It also comes down to rarity. If you make a ton of watches every year, it loses some of its mystique. Richard Mille makes less than 5,000 watches per year. It's not a small number, but the demand exceeds the supply each year. It creates a sense of distinctness and keeps people craving for more. Not only this, but many models are also produced in a limited edition. It helps in amplifying this sense of having a unique watch.
So they're
high
marketing
prices
geniuses
on the secondary market and auction reflect just how powerful this brand's value is. Number 4. Complicated movements. Another reason for making a limited number of watches is the time and concentration they must give each product for their complicated movement.
I can also say that I do agree with that because as much as this T-Star is like a homage version and it tries to replicate it in its own way, mine actually has the tourbillon, the seconds, the time and the power reserve, so that is just one of many different things that Richard Mille actually do. The complications in them are unreal.
The Richard Mille team took a different approach to horology than what most people are used to seeing in the classic world of Genève. Richard Mille was a watch lover himself. He loved to watch the movements of the tiny parts. From there, he got the idea and pioneered the concept of showing the actions of the elements. As the modern watchmakers want to see the movement of a watch, the public also adored the idea. After all, the movement is arguably the most exciting part of a mechanical watch. Richard Mille stuck to the idea, and soon it was all about tourbillons. It's a rotating cage that requires a high level of inventive refinement to escape. Everything about the movement in a Richard Mille watch is intuitive and designed for high-impact reliability. With Richard Mille, you not only get unwavering accuracy, precision, and reliability, but also beauty and sophistication. Number 3. High-tech materials. It's not just the innovative ideas and movements that make Richard Mille.
I was going to say that because I'm sure I've just heard somewhere that there is a certain channel or YouTuber, I don't know who, I've just heard this from like the news and all that. Someone bought an RM that was fully carbon fibre, the size of a credit card or something like that. And I just think that's unbelievable to think about. But yeah, that's just a random fact.
Watch is so revolutionary. The high-tech avant-garde materials play a huge factor in the brand's success. The materials that they are using have never been seen in the watch industry before. These are cutting-edge materials generally used in manufacturing Formula One cars, aerospace industries, and racing yachts. They aren't just radical materials in watchmaking, they are highly progressive in even the most high-tech industries. Mille has spent a vast amount of money and years of his life on research and development to find ways to use these materials in his watches. These metals and materials have new compositions that are unknown to watchmaking. One can always brag that these watches are made of unique materials. It is not only the case. These watches are made of advanced and durable materials as they have functionality and purpose. It will be immediately apparent when you try on a Richard Mille as they are often quite large. Their huge dials and straps do not weigh on your wrist as they are incredibly lightweight. On average, they weigh just 40 grams.
So with my TSR watch, I don't know what one it replicates, but as you can see, if I show you my wrist up close, it does look rather large on my wrist. And it does look quite big, but I think because of the way the case is more rounded, like as an oval shape, it looks kind of more round, it kind of fits the wrist more better, even though if this was like a proper case that didn't have any roundness to it, it would look too big on me, which I think is what makes them so great
Besides
as well.
being lightweight and easy to carry, these materials bring immense resilience and durability into the mix. Altogether, you have an unyielding edifice, featherweight feels, and gorgeous finish. It is truly mind-blowing, and this is amplified even more when you factor in the complexity of the case's architecture. Interestingly, the process by which the materials are created often leads to random patterns in the layers of carbon. This ends up making every case different from others, same as the different fingerprints in humans. Due to this difference in carbon layering, no two cases look exactly alike. Each Richard Mille watch is as rare as it can be. Number 2. Design. A Richard Mille watch is instantly recognized due to its eccentric design. The inspiration behind the brand itself and its futuristic timepiece is a Formula One car. This is why it looks like a cross between a Formula One race car and a sophisticated machine. The aesthetics of the design are impenitently bold and distinct. As they are all made to be incredibly lightweight and ergonomic, it means maximum comfort is offered for watch lovers. As far as the design is concerned, everything is accounted for to maximize comfort and looks. All the models are hand-finished and are highly technical at the same time. Just the dial alone is extremely complex to put together. The skeleton-shaped dials, the most famous design invention of Richard Mille, involve an intricate laying of sapphire crystals and other elements. Number 1. Watchmaking. It is challenging to create Richard Mille's iconic tonneau-shaped case as superior and unique as the watches are. This is what the brand has established as one of its main features. The sandwich-styled watch case is exceptionally complicated to manufacture. It also increases the production cost of the product. It consists of 3 decks, front bezels, a middle section, and back bezels. Each component has a curved design. As there is no flat surfaces in the design, it makes putting it together incredibly difficult. To completely prevent moisture and dust from entering, the curved surfaces fit together within a 1/100th of a millimeter. This precision is unarguably the most fascinating aspect of Mille watches. Most watchmakers admit it as well, as they are equally impressed by this. The finishing techniques are also exquisite. This includes anglage and hand polishing, satin finishes on bridges, glittery pivots, wheels, and more. To the highest degree, the execution is leading to a sporty, technical movement that is an absolute pleasure to look at. Handmade watchmaking of this caliber is hugely laborious. It involves the highest level of technical mastery. This is one aspect as to why the Richard Mille watches are so expensive.
So I'm going to end it here because this was just a wee quick video on why Richard Mille watches are the price that they are and what goes into them, and this video has been more informative than most videos that I've seen, which is a robotic voice and the same stuff that everyone knows. Please leave a like on the video as it lets me know that you are enjoying these. Please subscribe if you're new, because we are currently sitting at 440 subscribers and I'm pre-recording as we speak, so I'm doing a few videos every day just so I can keep up with the grind, and I'm actually enjoying it. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video at 10 PM. Take it easy. Peace.